I knew something had changed in my relationship. Not all at once, not in a dramatic way. Nothing you can point to and say that's when it ended. No, it was subtle. It started when we stopped going out and started checking in. That's when I knew. Because we used to have date nights, real date nights, where you get dressed up, pick a place, argue about where to eat, pretend you're not hungry, and then order everything anyway. That kind of night. Now it's, what time is your appointment? That's not a date, that's a time slot. We don't go out anymore, we show up. And the energy is completely different. Date night has anticipation, appointments have instructions. Date night has music, appointments have silence, and a TV playing something nobody is watching. You ever try to feel attractive in a waiting room, surrounded by pamphlets? Nothing says romance like a poster that says, know the signs. We used to flirt, now we fill out forms. Is your address still the same? Yeah, unfortunately. Emergency contact? Why am I listed? When did I become emergency? That's not a role you ease into. That's not something you discuss. Nobody sits you down and says, hey, I'd like you to slowly become responsible for my well-being. It just happens. And at first, you ignore it because it still feels like dating. You're still laughing, still talking, still holding hands, but something underneath that is shifting. A lot of you know that feeling. The rhythm changes, the priorities change, the conversations change, and you start to notice you're not planning moments anymore. You're managing them. That's a different relationship. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's when it starts to feel like this might not be temporary. This might be the damn direction. And that's when you have to ask yourself, very quietly, when did going out turn into checking in? At first, I told myself it's just a phase. Everybody goes through phases. Life gets busy. Things come up, you adjust. That's what relationships are, adjustment. But then I noticed something. This wasn't a phase. This was a system. Everything became scheduled. Everything had a time, a reminder, a follow-up. Our relationship got organized, too organized. We don't make plans anymore. We confirm them. We're still on for Thursday, right? Thursday for what? Oh, the thing. Everything is the thing. There's no spontaneity in the thing. You don't wake up excited for the thing. You prepare for it mentally, emotionally, sometimes physically. And the conversations completely changed. We used to talk about ideas, dreams, trips. Now we talk about results. What did they say? What are the next steps? Next steps? Where are we going? Because it doesn't feel like forward movement. It feels like maintenance. And then the notifications started. That's when it got real. My phone buzzing like I'm part of the system now. Reminder, appointment tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Why am I getting alerts? Who added me to this? I didn't accept this calendar invite. And the doctor, that's a whole different situation. Because at some point they stop talking to him and they start talking to you. Direct eye contact, professional tone. Ma'am, we're gonna need you to keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on what? I just got here. I'm still learning names. I don't even know the history. Why am I responsible for the future? That's when you realize you're not visiting anymore, you're involved. And once you're involved, there's expectations, unspoken, but very clear. You start remembering things, times, dates, instructions. You start asking questions you never thought you'd ask. You start thinking ahead in ways you didn't plan to, and slowly, without any announcement, you go from being present to being necessary. And those are not the same thing. One is chosen, the other is required. And once you feel that shift, you can't laugh it off anymore. Now it's real. Now you have to decide what role you're actually playing. And that's the part nobody prepares you for. Not the jokes, not the changes, the realization, the moment it all becomes clear. Because one day you stop reacting and you start understanding. This isn't dating anymore. This is responsibility. And responsibility sounds noble. It sounds mature. It sounds like growth. But it also comes with weight, and that weight is not always something you chose. Somewhere along the way, you stopped being the girlfriend and became the support system, and there was no conversation, no agreement, no moment where you said, yes, this is what I want. It just became true. And that's the quiet part. That's the part people don't talk about because it doesn't look dramatic. It doesn't look like conflict. It looks like care, but inside that care, there's a question, and it's a hard question. Am I here because I love this person, or am I here because I'm needed? Because those are two very different lives. One is connection, the other is obligation. One is freedom, the other is duty. And both can look the same from the outside, but they don't feel the same on the inside. And I had to sit with that, really sit with it, because I don't mind being there for someone. I don't mind showing up. I don't mind caring, but I refuse to accidentally become the solution to a problem I didn't create. That's not love, that's absorption.